Okay, as you said, that we'll be discussing the factors that influence the choice of personal diet. So I would like us to firstly watch the following video so that we can have a better understanding of what we are going to talk about. So I'll just click on this following video. It's just a short clip. Then when you are done, we'll have some questions to answer. Right, so here are the questions. What is diet and what is balanced diet? Yes, diet is the food that we eat in a day, and the balanced diet is the diet with all the nutrients our body needs. And then, as we have seen in the video, we have 5 basic nutrients, which are the carbohydrates, the proteins, the fats, vitamins, and minerals. So, what are the 2 factors that affect diet, which are mentioned in the video? Yes, those 2 factors are age and gender. So I want you to think of other factors other than age and gender which can affect our choice of food or our choice of personal diet. Yes. Now, I would like us now to discuss the following factors, which is ecological, economic, political, social, and cultural factors, which are the major factors that affect our choice of personal diet. So if we are talking about ecological factors, we are talking about the influences that your relationship with others and the environment has in your choice of diet. So we mean that maybe in your family, if you are a family that receives high income, you may prefer eating expensive food, and the environment, for example, if you are living in a city, you may prefer food which is bought maybe in supermarkets and such as fizzy drinks and snacks. But if you live in rural areas, you may prefer food which is homegrown or food that is harvested in a garden or so. So then the second factor that we are going to discuss is the economic factor. So in economic factor, we are talking about the influence of money. We are saying that you eat what you can afford. You cannot eat what you cannot afford. So this factor is based on the income level that the family receives. So if your family receives more income, you may eat expensive food, obviously. But if your family earn low income, you may eat food that is not that expensive, just food that you can afford. Right. The third factor is political factor, and when we talk about political factor, we are just talking about the political influences. Right. Then we have social factor. In social factor, we are just considering the relationship that you have with others. So maybe your friend, you may prefer food that is eaten by your friend or your family or your mother or whoever, just people that you have a relationship with them. For example, if your mother prefers maybe vegetables, you'll be forced to also adjust to eat vegetables as well because your mother is doing that. So the last factor is cultural factor. In cultural factor, we are saying that the influence comes from our cultures, traditions, and beliefs. So different cultures have different rules or laws. For example, we have Nazareths who believe that they don't eat pork for their specific reasons, and we have Muslims with their religions and rules as well. So each culture has its own customs or beliefs. Right, so now I'm going to ask these following questions so that I can check whether you understood what I was trying to explain to you. Right, so what are the factors that affect your own choice of personal diet? Yes, so this question is just, which we'll have the different answers. So what influence does your family have in your choice of diet? Yes, exactly. Your family has much influence in your choice of diet because those are the people that you are usually around. So, which factors among those studied do you consider as common among different people? Yes. So the factors may be different among people since we have different beliefs, so we'll be obviously affected by different factors. So I want you to provide other relevant examples of each factor studied. Remember, the factors that we have studied are ecological, economic, social, cultural, and political factors. So I would like you to give me the example of each factors. Then, now that you have given me the examples, I would want us to watch the following video. We will just explain more on what I've just told you so that you can have a better understanding. Right. Then, now that you've watched the video, I'm sure you have now full understanding of the factors that affect personal diet. So I will want you to form groups of 5. There's a task that I want us to do. So the task is, I want you guys to create a short summary of factors that affect the choice of diet. It's nothing much. You just create a summary which must just have just important aspects of the content or what we've covered in this lesson, and give also the examples of each factor that we have discussed or that we have talked about in the lesson. And the summary must be half to 1 page, not more than that. And I'll obviously award those who did better. Yes, then once you have done, I'll ask one of your group members to present that summary to me so that I can check if you are on the right track. Right, so I'm going to give you 15 minutes to do that task, and then when you're done, you're going to present it so that you can check if you are making any progress. So let's go.